So, but anyway, though, in this game, though, we have xHoLyHammer playing as Force Commander. I hear you. Go ahead. And we've got ccXIII as Chaos Lord.
ccXIII playing as Void, man. I wish that's the one thing I hate is the fact that it's so easy through Steam to change names and that the game just pulls everything through Steam. I kind of, you know, that's one of the few things I do miss through Windows Live, I suppose, a little bit, but whatever, man. I'm all for Steam, anyways. But so yeah, so we got Mr. Void here, ccXIII, and pretty standard build orders, of course. Everybody's going to get Space Marines first. I love seeing Force Commander play. So really, the question in my mind is, what is he getting next? If he goes Force Commander and double Tac Squad, I'll be so happy because that's pretty hard to do. But I don't know. It could be fine if Void goes for CSMs as well.
So meanwhile, it seems like the lag situation has improved somewhat.
Just pretty much gone. So the two people I originally pointed out were Aki and Mida Superstar. So we got rid of half of them, and it seems to be about half gone. It's pretty good. Now, not that we got rid of him. He opted to leave, which is a nice gentleman there. So anyhow, Chaos Heretics, Tactical Marines, Force Commanders just having a little bit of skirmishing up here. You know, just kind of keeping an eye on the captures and whatnot. By the way, it looks like, for me at least, the victory points are good.
The enemy is claiming a victory point.
They do believe... Oh, let's see. I wish that someone would capture it. No, I think they're wrong for me.
Okay. Oh, well. Anyhow, so Chaos Lord is
actually, you know, I think I might be able to figure this out really quickly. xHoLyHammer is blue on your screen, like in the UI in the bottom.
Yes.
Like, so he's on the left side and he's blue, right?
Yes.
All right, he's red for me. So
okay.
There's probably a pretty good chance that when the left side is red, you're probably screwed up.
Yeah. Likely we are both on opposite teams. Oh, well, who cares? So, Force Commander, again, bravely retreating here with his Armor of Alacrity, getting ready for that upgrade to kick in. Tactical Marine Squad just kind of fighting out. And much as I was hoping, it looks like we do have at least doubles Chaos Space Marines coming out of Mr. ccXIII here. Nothing else out of xHoLyHammer just yet, because it looks like he put his money into his Force Commander. And did he even get... Yeah, he got at least one generator up there. Going for a little
he also
bit of
has... So on his Force Commander, he's got Armor of Alacrity here, which is allowing him to chase down these Chaos Space Marines. And we saw that battle ended up being pretty even, despite it being 2 versus 1 in melee there for CSMs versus regular Space Marines. We saw that basically Battle Cry for the Force Commander, which also buffs Serona units as well, more or less turned the tide. So we are seeing that the Force Commander is able to just kind of distract just about the entire force here. The Chaos Lord is making relatively short work. He's got to think about getting out of here.
I'm a little curious why the Chaos Lord got the Combi Flamer so quickly. That doesn't necessarily seem like it has the best applications here. I know it's a great gun and all that. Ooh, by the way, xHoLyHammer is going straight for Assault Squad. But yeah, I typically usually think Combi Flamer when you've got lots of Hormagaunts or, you know, you've got lots of targets here as opposed to just a couple of tough Space Marines.
Well, I mean, it's still, you know, if your Chaos Lord is particularly kiteable, the Combi Flamer is still the best way to dish out damage. Without actually having to ever enter melee combat. So it's still effective, and it will allow him to actually harass the scouts a lot more effectively than he could otherwise. So there are quite a few reasons. I agree it's maybe not as effective here as it would be in some other places, but it definitely seems to have its uses.
And man, I'm just thrilled to be seeing a very fast Assault Squad out on the field right now. I want to see what kind of impact that's going to have. I don't normally see that. I was kind of surprised to see xHoLyHammer not go for a more traditional thing like a second tactical squad, but this is awesome. Chaos Lord just kind of poking around here at the side of the map right now. I think he's just going to be continuing to harass victory points off on his own there.
Yeah, he seems content to just go ahead and scare everything away from him and just control whatever portion of the map that he's given.
Yeah, ccXIII is really good. I do like his use of heretics here, and he's just kind of constantly worshipping to just kind of catch his troops up, and he's got good worship micro.
And we are seeing the havocs that he has gotten out being put to good use here against the Force Commander. Meanwhile, we've got the Assault Space Marines jumping into the middle of nowhere. They got to be careful here. They're jumping in the middle of Firing Champion Havoc and my bad, Heretics, and already we get the Force Commander go down.
Yeah,
So
nice little Doom Blast in the middle of all of that. Perhaps the Chaos Lord is low on mana, so I'm guessing there was a kill the weak in the middle of that.
Yeah. So actually, we have a Tactical Space Marine go down. Ooh, this is just turning ugly here for HoLyHammer. He is getting a Devastator out. But, ooh, Generator's getting bashed right now. Double Eternal War here on these Chaos Space Marines. So very heavy tier 1. Both sides for both players, although HoLyHammer, if he can save these Generators, he'll go into tier 2 alright. But he's kind of very, very, very low on Requisition.
Yeah, this is the really aggressive CC13 play that I've been expecting. I think some of my favorite games are of him playing with Kael'thas. I know those two guys pair up all the time. Double Chaos. I know there was a lot of good 2v2 reps put out by the two of them lately, or at least a little while ago. Looks like Chaos Lord now having no problem charging on in, but the Assault Marines are going to just leap on out and instead go for the juicier Chaos Havocs, forcing them into retreat right now. This Chaos Lord, though, he does have full mana and low health. Kill the Weak is definitely on the table right now. He just needs to catch up in time. But he's got no targets yet and taking quite a bit of damage. I think before he ever even gets a chance to get that off, he's just going to have to go ahead and retreat. And again, we kind of have the mirror situation going on here with the sort of no man's land. Each player having a heavy weapons team kind of near the entrance here to the center. Although it looks like these Devastators are just kind of peeling off to one side.
So in the meantime, we do see that HoLyHammer should be able to tech just about now to tier 2. And there he goes. He was just waiting there on the Requisition. He actually has got quite a fair bit of power build-up. Not much. It doesn't look like as much now as it was before. But he was kept in check there by Requisition because of the amount of attrition losses he was taking. He actually still hasn't even revived his Force Commander yet. And that was already an issue for him. So, but he is well on his way to tier 2. CC13 is having a little bit more of an issue getting there, and again, this kind of goes back to the fact that actually map control is a little bit of an issue here. He literally cannot put down more generators than he has already because he doesn't have access to the power node that I'm looking at right here, or the other one over here, or the one over here. So he just has access to his main natural node there, and that can only get him so far, but he is teching tier 2 as well now. So relatively even on that front for both players.
Yeah, I was surprised. HoLyHammer was running really lean on power this time around. I mean, obviously he had a generator or two bashed earlier on there, but he's definitely being really efficient here with his power. Chaos Lord now taking a lot of damage. There goes the Kill the Weak ability being used on those Assault Marines as they jump away. He's still just going to have to retreat away, though. Doing a pretty good job of just kind of mitigating that. And there is tier 2, by the way, for CC13. HoLyHammer just hitting tier 2 right now. But again, he's kind of light on everything. We'll have to see what he gets there. Assault Marines taking a lot of losses.
Yeah, they've already lost one member, and they're pretty low, but it looks like they'll get out of here without taking anything else. And these attacks will get the cap in the middle. The Devastator holding out pretty well. We are seeing no grenade launcher or heretics or anything, so this Devastator should probably be alright until tier 2. But now the heretics coming out with a nice little flank on the side here, proving they don't even need grenade launchers to go ahead and deal with this. But we have a Razorback that is being worked on for HoLyHammer. Again, he has not revived his Force Commander yet.
Yeah, fast Razorback, and then we've got CC13 going just for straight up Bloodletters.
Ooh, that Scout Squad
yeah,
just
totally wrecked by the Doom Blast there.
Going through the whole army there, being hit by Havocs, Chaos Space Marines, all sorts of nasty stuff.
All right, Razorback, show me your stuff. Looks like he's upgrading it for armor right away, and he's just going to go charging on into the center and see what he can find. I would expect that we see some sort of blast cannons pretty soon here, unless he's just planning on dealing with this using entirely just his Bloodletters.
That can be a little dangerous, so I would hope that
yeah.
CC13 will be planning on doing a little more than that. But then again, the blast cannons may not be what he wants to do. He is not yet upgrading Zeech. He does have the resources for it whenever he wants. Here come the Bloodletters. He's going to go ahead and use Form Worship Bloodletters to try and get in here.
Yep, Worshipping Bloodletters are now chopping away at this guy, getting a couple of rare armor hits, only doing a tiny bit of damage there, though. We'll see now that that failed. Perhaps he'll go ahead and upgrade these Chaos Havocs. I don't know.
Well, the thing here is actually, you know what? He probably doesn't need to, the more that I think about it, because I almost completely forgotten that xHoLyHammer has no scouts. And
Huh.
he has no Force Commander, and he's got to revive the, well, likely wants to revive the Force Commander at some
There
point.
goes the scouts. Yeah, okay, so he can't repair
So,
it, period. So
and
any
again,
damage
so
is
now
permanent.
he still can't revive that poor Force Commander. But yeah, so the scouts being needed for repair here, determined to be a little more important. Ooh, this Devastator is getting pounced on here by Bloodletters. They're working on getting out. They're going to lose a couple models. All of this attrition is just going to add up and really decimate xHoLyHammer here. These scouts, by the way, are going to grab shotguns so they can deal with these Bloodletters, so that not only can they heal the Razorback, but they can also knock the Bloodletters away from the Razorback as well.
Yeah, we've got another reasonable worship was set up there, but unfortunately it was interrupted by all of these pesky Assault Marines charging on in, knocking everybody this way and that. Now we can see that those Bloodletters are taking quite a bit of damage, retreating away there. Big, slow, pouty Chaos Lord here is still hanging out here in the center, though.
So yeah, at this point now, with the scouts on the field, this is when I would look as CC13 at getting just a little bit more on the field in terms of AV. And you see that he's got enough for Plague Marines if you want. Well, he did have enough for Plague Marines if you wanted to go ahead and do that. But he went ahead and reinforce. That is something you will want to watch, by the way. You know, we're actually seeing it. Wow, it's kind of impressive to watch CC13's requisition just go from like over 500 now to just barely above 180. All of this just from reinforcing units. A lot of times, you know, if you really want something to get out, remember you've got that build time on top of the actual cost too. So it's oftentimes good to just purchase what you need and then reinforce. It maybe take a little bit longer to reinforce, but you'll get that build time going, and usually can work out better in the end. So in the meantime, the xHoLyHammer is going without his hero for quite some time here.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he hasn't given that a higher priority yet.
Well, unfortunately, it just seems like he has key components of his army composition that he needs, and
he
I
needed
guess
a scout, so he went with the scout. He, you know, he could definitely justify the shotguns right there. So yeah, you know, and then he's just been reinforcing all of his losses. So hopefully now we'll see as soon as he gets enough money, we'll see that guy get back up on the field there.